So in my last video, when I was talking about the decline of the Late Bronze Age in the Mediterranean Near Eastern region, I mentioned that sort of 1200 BC time frame. So sticking with that, what archaeologists look at is we see a lot of the sites, the major sites, experience destruction levels, besides the fact that civilizations, cultures rather, like Minoans and Mycenaeans also seem to vanish. Also, the Hittites disappear from the record. So does that mean all the people were scooped up or disappeared into a portal, or all were killed? Not necessarily. Sometimes they merge with other groups and become scattered. So the empires die is what we're talking about. And the Hittites do vanish from our written history. Doesn't mean they vanished the people. So going back to that, there have been some core samples that a study looked at the Sea of Galilee. And what they discovered when they pulled up the core samples from the sea is that there is a level of roughly around 1250 to 1100 BC, which is quite a long period of drought in the region. So there was less rain. So what you're going to get with that is less crops and famine. And there were famines. We know that from wall reliefs and the written sources again. So going back to that, I mentioned the sea peoples in another video, these sort of marauders, pirates, people who were desperate. We are not quite sure. They travel by sea. They obviously have ships. And here's the other interesting thing. They often have families with them. Women and children are seen. Were they taken as slaves? Could belong to the sea peoples, which changes the story a bit. They might have become refugees from that kind of climate disaster period. So we know that's going on, and we know there was a 50-year period around the same time of series of earthquakes. They call them earthquake storms. So all of this is happening, and it seems to just be like a perfect storm of disaster that seemed to wipe out a lot of the people. I'm going to talk in the next video about tech and new tech, what emerged and what might have helped also, sadly, in destroying some of these cities and civilizations.